Are you starting to see that a lot of people who left the United States are starting to return? Well, in this video, I'm going to break down 3 things that you need to be able to be a successful expat for the long term. Hey, Jason here. If you've been watching the channel, you've been seeing me. I've been going through Central, South America, and I'm now here in Africa in the country of Zambia. And wanted to just share some of the tips and things I've learned and how I have successfully became an expat for now over 9 years. And so let's go ahead and get into today's video. The first thing that you need to do if you want to become an expat is you must learn, what do you really like to do? Now, most people be like, oh, I know what I like to do, but do you really know what you like to do? Because one of the things that I first learned, especially when I was in Panama, as I was kicking off, is a lot of the things that I used to do were just things that just actually waste time, such as going out with friends, going to bars, things like that. I really didn't love to do those things. And so what I noticed when I was in Panama is that I was still in that routine a little, but I wasn't getting pleasure from it. And I was getting bored of the country really, really fast. And so what I started doing after that, I started really asking myself, what do I want to do today? And you know, it was funny. A lot of times it was just simple things, maybe going walking in the park, going to feed some birds or feeding the chickens I had in my backyard, and going to the movies. I realized that I really, really love movies. I like going to the movies. I like just watching them, even if it's a bad movie, man. It's just being entertained and just relaxing and not having to do anything. And so that's one of the things I still do even to this day in Zambia. I go to the movies. I think it costs maybe, 50 kwacha a person. If you go to the movies, that's like maybe $1.75, $1.80, somewhere around there. I don't even think it's $2 with what the exchange rate is right now. And so I notice a lot of times when I meet people who are just now starting their travel adventures, they're always asking like, well, what do you do, man? Like, what are you doing today? I'm like, dude, I'm at home chilling. Like, one of the other things that I do is I make sure that I pay a little bit more for the housing that I live in. And what I mean by that is I want to be at home. I don't like being out at night. I don't even want to be out at night. Like once darkness starts to fall, I want to be in my house, chilling, relaxing, whether I'm watching something on my laptop, maybe playing a game on the TV, but I'm at home. And that goes to another thing. Like I bought the Xbox S. I found one here for 3,000 kwacha, brand new from the store. They knocked 10,000 kwacha off. And so instead of it being about $400 US, it was like 117 US dollars. I picked that bad boy up real quick. Purchased one of the best internet providers that I could find out here in my area. And if I want to, I can just go play my video game if I want to. And so you're going to have to start really discovering what are the things that you like to do. I have board games in the back in case I have company over, just little simple things like that. And those little simple things are going to go a long way. The second thing that you need to understand and need to really, really understand, let me just really emphasize that, is if you want to be a long-term expat, give up on utopia. And what I mean by that is when you first leave the United States and go to different countries, you're going to see all the things you don't get to have in the United States. But then after a while, that newness of it, it wears off. It's like when you buy a new car or something. When you first get it, you want to go out and drive it every day. You keeping that baby clean. You like, hey, don't drink nothing in my car. Don't eat in my car. But then after a couple of years, you're like, you doing it. You eating and drinking in the car. And so what you're going to have to realize is that newness factor of a new country is going to wear off. It usually takes about 2 to 3 years. In about 2 to 3 years, you're going to start seeing more of the problems than the things that really made you love that country. And so you have to let go of that utopia and just understand there's going to be goods, there's going to be bad with the country, but why are you really there? What was the thing that really brought you there? For me to be in Zambia, it's because I'm able to open up businesses here. I'm able to buy land here. One of the other things is it was a simple process to get my residency here. And so like I have permanent residency. I don't have to worry about leaving Africa. And now I'm actually doing more research to see what other countries can I go get residency in also. because I want to be able to move around from country to country. One thing 2020, the pandemic taught me was you need to be able to have official entry into multiple countries if you want to move around, because some countries are going to be better than others in certain situations. And so I'm really taking that to heart and looking into other countries that I'm going to be possibly looking at into getting residency here too. One of those countries is Madagascar. I looked into them. They have a really simple retirement visa from what I saw on the internet. And I'm looking into Cape Verde also. And on top of doing a business visa in Rwanda and maybe do something in Uganda also. And so just make sure, like, why are you really wanting to go to these other countries? I'm going to tell you this, and you may see a lot of guys talk about this, especially single guys. They're like, oh, I'm here for the women. That's not enough, man. You have to really find a reason that you want to be there. If you're just going to a place for women, you're going to get tired. There's women everywhere in the world, guys. Like, let's expand our thought patterns and really think about, why do you really want to be in a country? And then the third thing is, you have to remember to have fun. Enjoy each and every moment of it, man. You don't have to get yourself caught up in the politics. You don't have to get yourself caught up in the day-to-day nuances that the regular people in that country have to deal with. You're not really from that country. So don't fully develop yourself into the political structure and all these other things. You're giving yourself headaches for no reason. I see so many Black Americans on the internet doing YouTube videos and stuff, and they're residing in different countries, and they're so caught up in the politics. And I'm like, what for? It's none of your business. Like, really, that's not your business. You didn't go there to politically free that country. So why are you getting yourself caught into those nuances? Like, I'll give you an example here in Zambia. Here in Zambia, we've been facing load shedding for the last probably 4 months, and it's been horrible. It has been horrible. I'm not going to lie to you. Some days I may go a full day without electricity, some days up to 12 to 16 hours. So you know what I did? I bought a bunch of flashlights. So at night, if I need a light and there's no electricity, I can just cut that on. I also bought a little mini ups. That way I can keep my internet going and I'm able to charge my phones up. If my computer, if the battery on my computer dies out, I still have 2 phones that I can actually watch YouTube or watch videos from and still be able to communicate with people. And some people may be like, man, but you shouldn't have to do that. Who cares? I didn't come here for stable electricity. I came here to buy land, open up businesses, and create multiple streams of income. And so for me, I don't let that nuance get too much in the way. I don't get into any of the politics here. I'm gonna be real with you. No matter where you go in the world, you're gonna run into the crazy political game. You know, it just is what it is. And so just remember those things if you're really looking into becoming an expat, because I do believe we're now in a place where it's time for the world to be recolonized, meaning it's time for people to relocate from their home countries and start relocating to other countries, because there's more benefits most likely for you out of your home country than it is for people that's going to come there. And so you might as well go take advantage of those benefits, take advantage if your currency is a little stronger right now, and make the best opportunity for you and your family or future family to come. And so I hope you got some value from this video. If you got any questions or any comments, or if you're an expat and you want to add to this, make sure you leave a comment down below. And most importantly, just remember this: I'm Jason, and success is simple once you know how.